Russia and Ukraine rise? How will this affect Russia's relationship with other countries? How does a supply shortage affect everything around you, from wine to Girl Scout cookies? And where will you be going for spring break? These stories and more on News OSU. Hello and welcome to News OSU. I'm Jolie Salee and today is Tuesday, March 8th. We're glad you're with us. We begin with breaking news regarding OSU basketball. It's been announced that Jim Littell will not be returning. Katie Pelzel is here to tell us more.
Jim Littell and Chad Weiberg both mutually agreed on Littell leaving his position as Cowgirl basketball head coach. During a Zoom call with the press, Weiberg explains how this decision is best for OSU and begins searching for a new coach. Littell will continue to coach the Cowgirls through the Big 12 tournament for the last time. We'll have more on this in sports.
Thank you for that, Katie. We look forward to hearing more. For a quick COVID-19 update on the OSU campus, cases have dropped from 952 back in January to 15 active cases since March 3rd. In global news, the attacks on Ukraine from Russia continue. There have been 3 assassination attempts on President Zelensky. The plans were foiled when anti-war Russians told Ukraine officials about 2 separate mercenary groups that planned to attack. The Russian Defense Ministry announced Monday civilians would be allowed to leave the capital of Kyiv, Mariupol, and other cities. Russia also proposed a limited ceasefire and opened safe corridors for civilians to evacuate the war-torn country. Ukraine has yet to agree, as similar efforts to remove citizens have failed before. With little progress to war, Russia is only creating more problems for itself. Russia has lost close to 9,000 men already and more to come if a solution is not found. With sanctions being put on Russia, food and energy prices will more than likely continue to rise. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has started Europe's worst security crisis since the 1940s. As for Oklahoma, we will see a reflect in fuel, food, and oil products. Putin's war could devastate more than his own country's economy. The conflict could put more pressure on the United States and could have lasting effects on the global energy markets. The supply chain shortage is affecting multiple industries, including the alcohol industry. Between delayed orders and replacement recommendations, Channing Nesmith tells us how restaurants are handling the shortage. When going to the store, you won't only find a shortage of your favorite wine, but you could find a shortage of your favorite treats. The global supply chain is now affecting one of America's most cherished snacks this time of year, Girl Scout cookies. Your Thin Mints might not be ready, the Samoas and Do-si-dos may not be ready either. I found out more on how the Girl Scouts of Western Oklahoma are treating this situation like another patch on the uniform. Seeing so many changes in the economy like gas and grocery items, this is not preventing college students from going on spring break trips. Students didn't get a spring break in 2021, so this break has students eager to close their laptops and head on a trip free of classes. News OSU went out to the Student Union Plaza to see where students will be enjoying their week off.
My spring break plan.
If you are planning on leaving, make sure to help save energy by taking these steps. Unplug all unnecessary electronics like your chargers, fans, and appliances. Turn off all lights and unplug your lamps. Turn your AC to auto and close your blinds and tilt the slats upwards.
Russia invades Ukraine. We'll have the latest on the invasion and the impact it could have on gas prices. The midterm elections are this year. How could college students impact the vote? And there could be a new recycling facility in Stillwater. These stories and more coming up on News OSU.
Hello and welcome to News OSU. I'm Dallas Haggerty and today is Tuesday, March 1st. We're glad you're with us. On February 24th, Russia invaded Ukraine with shelling and rocket attacks on several major cities with dozens of deaths. Tens of thousands of Ukrainians have fled to Poland. The U.S. and other EU nations announced the expulsion of Russian banks from SWIFT. Ukraine's president is applying to become an EU member to continue to protect Ukraine. Delegates from Ukraine and Russia sat down Monday morning to negotiate between the two countries as President Zelensky seeks an immediate ceasefire. Russia's attack on Ukraine comes at a vulnerable time for economics around the world. Inflation is at a new level, consumers are paying more for just about everything, and the supply chain is still recovering from the pandemic. Jolie Solie took a look at how the invasion is creating trouble for the U.S. economy, starting with higher gasoline prices.
Russia's invasion.
Oklahoma has notoriously been considered a Republican state. However, with a college home to over 25,000, voting in Stillwater could be seeing a shift in the normal curve. To find out more about where your polling place is or how to register to vote, go to oklahoma.gov/elections. Filing your taxes can be intimidating. Between W-2s and 1099s, it can be confusing to know how to start. 2012, Stillwater residents fought hard to get curbside recycling. Now, trash rates are going up to accommodate a new plan for recycling in Stillwater. Even if you don't recycle, you are paying for this new plan. Katie Pelzel is at Republic Services Landfill to tell you where your money is going. In other news, OSU's very own Garth Brooks will be making an appearance for a mentoring session for students. Brooks will be at the McKnight Center on March 11th for a Q&A session to talk about the music industry. Students who are interested in attending will have to make it to one of the 3 sessions, which run from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.